My name is Austin Hirschberger, and this is my intro video for EDL 854 Building Finance. I'm originally from Heston, Kansas. It's a small town just north of Wichita. I went to the University of Kansas and graduated in 2015 with a bachelor's in health and physical education. I currently still live in Lawrence. My wife and I have been married for almost 6 years. She teaches at an elementary school here in Lawrence, and she is also working on her master's from Fort Hays as well. We both will graduate this May, so this is my second to last class. We have a son who is 3 years old. We adopted him in 2017. It was a private domestic adoption. He was a newborn at the time. And then we also have two dogs pictured over there on the top left. Their names are Gunner and Breezy. And then just a few of my hobbies include fishing, hunting, golf, and woodworking. Professionally, my current position, I am an elementary physical education teacher in the Basehor-Linwood district. Basehor is located kind of between Lawrence and Kansas City, so it's about a 30-minute commute for me. I'm shared between two elementary schools, Linwood Elementary and Glenwood Ridge Elementary. I'm also a middle school football assistant coach and a high school baseball assistant coach. And then a couple of my other extra duties, I'm on the IBB team, which is interest-based bargaining, which we actually deal a lot with the budget. So this class will be really helpful with that. And then I'm also on the building leadership team. Prior to Basehor-Linwood, I was the adapted PE teacher for 3 years in Washburn Rural School District, which is in Topeka. And that was a K through 12 position. This is my 6th year overall and my 3rd year in my current position. My goal with my master's degree is to eventually become a high school athletic director or assistant principal. From the reading, 10 things that stood out. Number one, more and more schools are moving towards site-based management. This seems to be the best method for allocating funds. I thought this was important because principals know their building and staff just like teachers know their classroom the best. Number two, building capacity. This allows principals the opportunity to advance in their profession in their professional learning by allocating budget-based decisions. It also delegates some of the duties from the top down and builds leadership skills for principals. Number three, some decisions need to come from the central office. Items that are district level decisions, such as textbooks and technology, should be done by the central office. This also helps establish equity across the district if you have multiple elementary schools or middle schools. Number four, fundraising is an important piece of the puzzle for budgeting. I thought this was important because sometimes with the tight budgets in education, like what we're seeing, there's not room for some of the extras like playground equipment and classroom supplies. This also helps build community, the fundraisers do, with parents and other stakeholders. And then number five, student experience. Students have to continue to be a top priority. Principals are more aware of the unique needs of their students and where funding is needed within their building. Number six, accounting and financial reporting is at the crux of a school's financial and academic success. I thought this was important because accuracy is key in establishing a quality budget that allows students to flourish. Number seven, finances must be handled according to laws and regulations. This is extremely important because principals need to know these laws and regulations prior to making their financial decisions. Number eight, I kind of circled that one, accounting tools that were outlined in the Shkarina article. I think that this is important because those are things that could help me in the future as a building leader. Number nine, principals are more familiar with their school's unique needs and can better align funding. I thought this was important because the school may need something that the central office cannot see from the outside looking in. And then number 10, principal empowerment accounts. I thought that section was interesting in the Smith article. It comes directly from the state and avoids district administration making the decision on how to allocate funds. It also increases trust amongst building leaders. Some things I've seen and not seen from my principal. As far as the have seen, I've definitely seen the fundraising part being shared between two elementary schools. I get to see a lot of it and see things that they do the same and what they do different. Each of my principal holds several fundraisers throughout the year. One has a chili feed raffle night, which again builds community, and she also does a candy bar sale and super saver cards. And then the other principal does the Apex Fun Run every year, which raises funds for every lap that students can run during the fun run. And then those funds are used for playground equipment. They have been in the past, and also classroom supplies. I've also seen department budgets. I'm aware of what my budget is as a PE teacher. I know, music in each classroom. All the specials have their own budget, which is kind of decided by the principal. And then she also makes budget changes from time to time. There's an extra, if there's extra funds available, possibly from the fundraising, she may expand budgets for classroom or specials classrooms. Some of the things that were outlined in the reading that I have not seen my teacher do. One of the articles, the one by Petrick, mentioned teacher salaries. She really doesn't do anything with teacher salaries. That's all outlined in the negotiated agreement and handled primarily by the superintendent as well as the Board of Education. And then bookkeeping, it talked about accounting. I have not seen or heard my principal discuss anything related to accounting and bookkeeping. The budget is managed by the superintendent and monitored by the Board of Education, and then also negotiated by the IBB team. Concerns for the future as far as the school budget. Number one, I feel I need to become more financially literate and understanding of accounting terms. So this class will be super beneficial in that aspect. Number two, understanding the laws and policies that surround education funding. Again, something I'm hoping to learn from this class and have a better feel for the laws and policies that I need to be aware of as a building leader in order to make some of those important decisions. And the last one, a school's budget is a huge responsibility on top of all the other administrative duties, which seem to be increasing every year as far as instruction and curriculum decisions. Adding the budget on top of that is a hefty load for a principal. Then my references page, and thank you very much for watching. I look forward to the next 8 weeks of the class.